Welcome, everybody, to Looking Ahead, the Rhino Power Hour with Ryan Hughes. That's me. One thing is riding the motorcycle. Well, on a track that is continually changing, meaning it's alive, continually progressing, many different kinds of conditions, many different kinds of bumps, many different types of ruts, jumps. There's a lot of stuff, all four extremities moving at the same time. There's a lot of stuff to do when you're riding a motorcycle that starts to become very instinctual. So again, in the first stage of thinking is conscious and competency.
Okay.
Because I have to think about it because I don't know how to do it. The second level is conscious competency. I have to think about it, but I kind of know how to do it. The third level is subconscious competency. I don't have to think about it because I've done it so many times. You know what I mean? That's when that instinct, that's when initiation starts coming in. And so when you're on a motorcycle and you're doing these things, well, after a while, these controls are your kind of like your tools, your hands, your feet. You're controlling the motorcycle with these things, the throttle, clutch, brake, all that stuff. I can get it to turn, I can pop it, I can this, I can that, slow it down. You can do anything with it. But then you have to also make sure you are feeling what's happening at the moment, because motocross is happening too fast for a thought to happen and how much the track is changing. But then you always have to be ahead of yourself too by planning. I wanted to go out here to come over here because I need to hit that rut over there. Right? So then I got to put my attention back to making sure I make this happen, that happen, to make what my final destination is going through this rut properly. Does that make sense?
100%.
So all this stuff is happening while I'm focusing on what's happening now, but also planning my next move a little bit and really trying to forget what just happened.
Okay.
Like a mistake and almost a crash. I got past, whatever it is. Boom, that has to be out. You have to have a very bad memory to be a good racer. You can't bring the past into the present. So 1, controlling the motorcycle. Boom, boom, boom. 2, reading the track. 3, being present and also being in the future.
Okay.
And trying to get that, so that starts to come very instinctually for a top guy. So when it's riding with so many riders, you're going to go as fast as you can, as the track allows, as the conditions allow. Now, when the track is open and fast and, you got good places to pass people, well, you're going to go, 100%. But if you're coming into a corner and there's 3 guys in there, all right, you'll take your time and just go around the outside, or, maybe wait a corner to get by them, right?
Yep.
You're not going to be in that race mode, rush mode, because you can't. So you have to have that, you kind of have to have that balance there. Is, okay, the track's allowing me in this section, this part, to be race speed. Well, now I just came up on 3 vets in a 80 rider. Well, hey, respect, man. Okay, come on, guys. All right, cool. Rum, maybe a little rev to get out of the way. Then you go again. So that's kind of how it's worked, But, sometimes we do hit together because things come together. And it's nobody's fault. It's just 2 lines hit, and usually the pro gets the bad hit, or gets the kind of the shit in the stick by being blamed. But you're never gonna bump a pro out of the way when you're an amateur, so to speak. The top guy will always kind of win in this, because if I know I'm bumping into somebody without, when it happening kind of like instantly, then I know what to do with my body. My body will go towards his bike.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it just happens instinctly, with instinct, and he falls down, but it's just like, well, I just knew what to do, right?
You knew how to fall.
Yeah, but maybe, no, I didn't know how to fall. I knew what to do
crash.
So I wouldn't crash.
Yeah.
Right? And they didn't, so they hit and they fall down, and, oh, you're riding aggressive or this or that. Well, it's just kind of, you just hitting the 2 spots when you have 2 different levels of riders. You know what I mean? And again, it's more of the amateur's fault, because a pro can put the wheel in the same spot for 35 minutes straight. So, again, it's just, you have to put both hands up and say, hey, this is a day we picked that we both rode together on a track that doesn't separate, classes, and that's what it is, man.